Hey everyone. I never thought I'd be one of those people who posts here, but life's got a weird way of kicking you in the teeth just when you think you've got it all figured out. So here goes nothing. My name's Tom, I'm 35, and I've been married to my wife, Sarah, 32, for almost 7 years. We met at a bookstore of all places, both reaching for the same copy of The Alchemist. Yeah, real rom-com material. She had this spark, this sarcastic wit that just knocked me off my feet. And for the longest time, I thought we were solid. Like really solid. We'd have our spats, sure, what couple doesn't? But I thought we were the type who made it through stuff. I always saw her as my best friend. We had inside jokes, lazy Sundays, shared playlists. I honestly believed we were bulletproof. But looking back now, I can see the cracks. The late-night texts she brushed off as group chats. The sudden interest in hitting the gym more. The colder, more distracted way she started talking to me. At the time, I chalked it up to stress. Work had been rough on her, and I wanted to be supportive. But deep down, something felt off. She'd been acting strange for about a month, when she told me her high school was doing a 15-year reunion. I was like, cool, sounds fun. She didn't even ask if I wanted to come. Just said it was alumni only, and kind of lame anyway. She packed a small overnight bag, left on a Friday evening, and said she'd be back the next day. And that night? That night changed everything. So, the night she left for the reunion, I didn't think much of it at first. I ordered some takeout, watched a few episodes of Better Call Saul, and figured she'd text me when she got to the hotel or whatever. But she didn't. Not even a quick, "Made it safe," or an emoji. That was odd. Around midnight, I shot her a, "Hey, everything okay?" text. No reply. By 2 a.m., I started getting that tight feeling in my chest, the one where your gut already knows what your brain is refusing to acknowledge. I didn't sleep at all that night. I just kept staring at my phone, refreshing our shared location on Find My iPhone like a psycho. It showed she was at a hotel on the other side of town. Not the one where she said the reunion was being held. Morning rolls around, and she finally texts. "Hey, sorry. Passed out early. It was such a weird night, lol. Can't wait to tell you about it. Heading back soon." I don't respond. I just wait. She gets home around 10:30 a.m. looking like she'd walked out of a fashion magazine. Hair done, full face of makeup, even perfume. For someone who passed out early, she looks suspiciously radiant. She smiles, kisses me on the cheek like everything's fine, and says, "You're not gonna believe who I ran into." I didn't say much. I was watching her so carefully. Her tone, her body language. Everything felt off. Like she was performing. Like I was watching my wife play a role she wasn't quite nailing. Then came the twist I never saw coming. Later that evening, she walked into the kitchen, sat down across from me, and her face completely changed. She looked pale, eyes red. And then she just said it, like ripping off a Band-Aid. "Tom, I did something really, really stupid." I just stared at her. My whole body went cold. "What do you mean, something stupid?" I asked. My voice came out flat, like I was asking about the weather. She couldn't even look me in the eye. She just stared down at the table, fiddling with the sleeve of her hoodie. "I slept with someone," she said, barely audible. It was like someone turned off the sound in the room. Everything went quiet, except for this roar in my ears. You know that sound when you're underwater and something loud happens above the surface? That muffled explosion feeling? Yeah, that. I didn't say anything at first. My brain was scrambling, trying to connect dots I hadn't even wanted to admit were there. She kept talking. Said it was a guy from high school, someone she used to have a thing with. They ran into each other at the bar after the reunion. Talked, drank, flirted. She went back to his hotel room. One thing led to another. The usual script, right? But then she added, I didn't plan it. It just happened. And I couldn't stop thinking about you the whole time. Oh, that was supposed to make me feel better? I asked her if she was still in contact with him. She said no. Swore it was a one-time thing. Said she felt sick to her stomach after. That she couldn't hide it from me because she respected me too much. Respected me? That one stung. I didn't yell. I didn't throw anything. I just sat there, trying to remember how to breathe. After she confessed, the house felt like a museum. Quiet, cold, like something sacred had been broken and nobody knew how to fix it. She cried for a bit, tried to reach out and hold my hand, but I pulled away. I wasn't ready. I didn't even know what I was supposed to feel. Rage? Sadness? Embarrassment? Honestly, I felt hollow. Like I'd been unplugged from my own life. I asked her why. Not the vague, it just happened stuff. I wanted the real why. She said, I don't know. I guess I wanted to feel something. I felt so disconnected lately. From everything. Even you. That hit me like a freight train. Because I had noticed the distance. I just didn't think it was something that could spiral into betrayal. She kept talking, almost rambling. Said she hated herself, said she'd been drinking more than she should have, that it all blurred together. That she didn't even enjoy it, and thought of me the whole next day. Then came the kicker. I was going to keep it a secret, she admitted. But I couldn't. I look at you and it kills me. You've never deserved that. And she started sobbing again, like she was the one who got betrayed. I walked out. Not forever, I just needed space. Got in my car, drove around the block a few times, pulled into a random parking lot, and sat there like a zombie. I must have stared at my steering wheel for an hour. The frustration was overwhelming. I wanted to scream. But I didn't know at whom. At her? At myself? At the guy? At the universe? All I knew was that nothing would ever be the same again. I came back home later that night. Didn't text her, didn't call. Just walked through the door and found her sitting on the couch, eyes swollen from crying, clutching a blanket like it was the only thing keeping her from falling apart. We didn't talk much. I grabbed a pillow and a blanket and slept on the couch. For the next few days, everything was mechanical. We were like roommates. No eye contact, no casual chats, just logistics. Did you feed the dog? Yeah. I'll grab groceries later. Okay. I didn't know what to do with all the anger inside me. One minute, I wanted to scream in her face. The next, I just wanted to curl up and cry. And worst of all, part of me missed her. Even though she was right there. I caught myself replaying everything about the last few weeks. Her late-night showers. The sudden new perfume. The phone she always kept face down. I felt like a fool. And I hated that I still loved her. She wrote me a letter. Said she didn't expect forgiveness, but that she'd do anything to earn back trust. That she was broken, and she knew she'd broken me too. But all I could think was, why wasn't I enough? That question haunted me. Still does sometimes. About a week later, I hit my limit. We were eating dinner in silence, again, and I just snapped. I put my fork down, looked her straight in the eyes, and said, Tell me everything. I need to know exactly what happened. She froze, then nodded slowly and said, Okay. It was worse than I imagined. They had flirted all night at the reunion after party. She'd lied about being tired to her friends and snuck away with him. They didn't even use protection. She said she wasn't thinking, but honestly, It just sounded careless, disrespectful. I asked if she ever thought about me while she was making that decision. She whispered, "Yes, but I pushed it down. I don't know why. I felt so empty." And then, the next unexpected thing, I asked her if she loved him. Her eyes widened. "God, no. I barely know the guy anymore. He's just a ghost from my past." That somehow hurt even more. That she could throw away our life together for a ghost. I felt sick. Got up. Went into our bedroom. Shut the door. I just sat on the edge of the bed staring at the floor. And then I cried. Not like a couple tears. I mean ugly cried. The kind you don't want anyone to see. The kind that comes from your chest. I think it was everything. Heartbreak, humiliation, confusion, grief. This wasn't just betrayal. It felt like the death of the life I thought I had. And yet, even in that moment, I didn't want to leave her. I hated that. But it was the truth. The next morning, she came into the bedroom slowly, like she was stepping into a lion's den. She sat down next to me, but didn't say anything at first. Just stared at her hands. Then she said, "Tom, I know you probably hate me. And I don't blame you. But I love you. I love you more than I even knew I did until I saw what I was about to lose." I didn't answer. I didn't even look at her. Then she added, "I'm not asking for you to forget. I'm asking for a chance to fix what I broke." I said something I didn't expect to say. "You can't fix it. But maybe we can build something new." And that's when I realized I wasn't ready to let go. Not because I was weak, but because I still loved her. I hated what she did. But love doesn't just disappear overnight, even when it's shattered. So I laid it out for her. Therapy. Full transparency. No contact with the other guy, ever again. Total honesty from now on. She agreed without hesitation. She even said, "If you need to go through my phone every day for the next year, I'll hand it over. I'll do anything." Part of me still doubted her, still burned with resentment. But another part, a deeper part, wanted to believe her. Wanted to believe that we could get through this. That what we had was bigger than her mistake. We started therapy, both together and individually. The first few sessions were brutal. There was yelling, tears, a lot of silence. But then came moments where we actually talked, really talked, for the first time in what felt like years. She opened up about feeling like she'd lost herself. About how the reunion made her feel young again, seen again, like the person she used to be before mortgages and laundry and grown-up life took over. I opened up about how invisible I'd been feeling too. About how I thought being the stable one, the easy one, meant I was doing things right. But maybe I'd also gone a little numb. We were both lonely, just in different ways. Some nights were awful. I'd have flashbacks, random waves of pain when I least expected it. I'd be brushing my teeth and suddenly remember her in his hotel room. It would crush me all over again. But other nights we laughed, made dinner together, revisited the playlist we made when we first started dating. There were even moments that felt good. Not in a fake, pretending way, but in that fragile, hopeful way you feel when something broken starts to slowly heal. I still didn't trust her fully. But I was starting to believe that maybe, just maybe, we could earn that trust back. One step at a time. It took months. Months of hard talks. Of breakdowns and breakthroughs. Of learning that forgiveness isn't a moment, it's a process. A decision you make over and over again, even when it hurts. She did everything I asked. Gave me access to everything, her phone, her email. Volunteered the passwords without hesitation. Answered questions even when they made her cry. But what stood out most wasn't just the transparency. It was the way she showed up every day. Present. committed, humble. I watched her change, not just out of guilt, but out of genuine effort. She started journaling, took time off work to focus on herself. She even made a list of ways she could show love in my language. Small acts, words, reassurances. And I changed too. I let myself feel. I stopped bottling everything up. I even told close friends what happened, something I thought I'd never do out of sheer shame. But opening up made me feel lighter, less alone. One night, maybe 6 months in, we were sitting on the back porch watching the stars. She took my hand, looked at me, and said, "I know I don't deserve it, but thank you for giving us a second chance." And for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel rage or bitterness. I felt peace. Not because the pain was gone, but because love, real love, isn't just about good moments. It's about who shows up when everything falls apart. And she showed up. It's been about a year since that night. The night she told me everything. And you know what? We're still together. It's not perfect. Trust is still something we work on every day. There are moments where doubt creeps in, where memories resurface, but they don't rule me anymore. They pass. And when they do, what's left is something stronger than before. Because we've been to hell. And we crawled out, together. Forgiving her didn't mean I forgot. It didn't mean what she did was okay. It just meant I chose love over hate. Hope over destruction. And in doing that, I learned a few things I want to leave here for anyone else who might be reading. If your gut tells you something is off, listen to it. Betrayal doesn't always come from monsters. Sometimes it comes from people who are hurting in ways you can't see. Forgiveness isn't weakness. It's the bravest damn thing you can do if your heart is really in it. Don't lose yourself in the process. Love them, yes. But love yourself too. And most of all, healing is possible. Even from the deepest cuts. Thanks for reading this. Writing it out helped me more than I expected. If you're in this place right now, lost, heartbroken, unsure, just know you're not crazy. You're not alone. And whatever choice you make, it doesn't define your worth. You do.